A warm and lovely welcome back from that long break. Of course, we are here at Lamar Bar and Restaurant in Kansanga. We bring you the action. Pole Association of Uganda, in conjunction with Lamar Bar and Casbah, together with the National Council Sports, we bring you what we call the very last tournament of the year, which is summing up the 365 days of the year 2024. We're bringing you all this action in its lights and glamour as we bring all the best players of the country together one more time, even after, of course, we came from the National Open in Lugogo. And they come here to fight for 2 million shillings. That's for the winner for the men, and 1.5 million shillings for the ladies. On the center table, it's a clash between teammates of Upper Volta Pole Club. The one on table is called Bwanika Gideon, and on the opposition side with the blue glove, white shirt, and of course black trousers as the norm is Odong Keneth. Odong Keneth is a seeded player. I think he should be in between seed number 4 and 5, but he's a teammate to the man he's playing, and it's still the very first game. No one has won yet. Rest to 5. This is round 2. And all this action is live on our Facebook page. That's the Pole Association of Uganda. Facebook, Pole Association of Uganda. On YouTube. My name is DMS, and once again, I want to give you a warm welcome as we proceed to give you what you need, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we call the PAU, end of the year, or the grand finale. All right, so Odong Keneth hails from Gulu. That is where he started playing his pool from. He was part of the Gulu Pool Club while Gulu was in League One. They won the tournament, they won League One, and then of course they didn't come up because after winning there were some problems they experienced, and most of his bandmates joined different teams. Others of course stopped playing pool, but he continued his hustle, and out of that very camp is when we brought to you the other names of Oponya Ivan. Out of the same camp, we brought to you names like Omara Moses. Out of the same camp, we brought to you names like the Dancing Rasta. The only man that did not join them from northern Uganda was Emmanuel Chol, but Emma Ochiti was part of that team. And Caesar Chandiga was not necessarily from Gulu, so he never ever played for them. But Odong Keneth has a whole lot of experience. No wonder he has been playing pole and representing Gulu in Lugogo almost every single year. It's a good shot there, very decently spun by this young gun in the names of Bwanika Gideon. Gideon is a very talented young man who actually has his own pages, of course, on social media. Apart from pole, he actually does good art. He draws, and he can actually draw his sculptures at the same time. And that is more of his other business outside pole. He's leading here 1-0. Gideon, on the other hand, is... I beg your pardon. Gideon, on the other hand, is a player for Upper Volta Pole Club. Upper Volta Pole Club is in Kasubi somewhere, and they are sponsored by Cyclops. Cyclops is, I think, a company that does outside security. So he's one of the players, together with Chandiga Caesar, Odong Keneth, Wagaba Rashid, Demba Ba. They are all in the same team. But now it is business as usual. They are teammates, but here one of them has to be declared winner. So business will continue and it will prevail over the friendship. Bwanika Gideon to break. He's leading 1-0 here. Round 2 of the PAU Grand Finale, Lamar Bar, Kansanga. My name is DMS, and thank you so much for all those who are watching. In case you have a friend who has no idea what the scores are standing like and they're wondering, what about the other games? How do we know who has gone through? Who was beaten? Ask them. They could log on to www.qscore.com and find out the details for themselves. That's on www.qscore.com. And you find out, of course, how the games have been, who is still, of course, participating, and what are the games coming up And that's all the detail there. When you click on qscore.com, make sure you click on tournaments, and then from tournaments you click on men or women Polo Association of Uganda Grand Finale. You'll get to find out all the results. So this young man here that you're watching, Bwanika Gideon, has also played pole in more than one club. As far as that Kasubi best club has existed, he has been with them from scratch. That is Upper Volta Pole Club. Still young though, you can look at his face and tell. He's a teenager, but he does big things. He has a very, very big mind. So whatever you're seeing here, the result is not even surprising at all. In fact, this is a very, very hard one to call because all players are capable of moving to the next round. Odong Keneth on the Reds. Keneth Odong participated in the National Open 2018. It was eventually won by Bwanika Mansour, his teammate. But in 2018, he put up a great show in the quarterfinals. However, went on to lose in the last 8. The next years of the National Open in Logogo, still participated, went as far as the quarterfinals as well, the last 8. He has been playing really, really well. Then, of course, he managed to get seeded in that very, very year. Of course, after playing well in the Logogo Nile Special National Open. Has been on the national team, part of the national team that went in South Africa in 2022. Part of the national team that was in South Africa last year for the Howley Cup in 2023. Performed really well. In fact, he made Uganda so proud by bringing us a gold medal. Participated in the under 20s and he won that one. Participated in the doubles, teamed up with one of the national female players. They actually won that one. So he's a very prolific player, has a huge profile, and he has also been one of the other winners of the PAU or PAU Grand Open. That was in the year 2022. He actually won the Grand Open. This is the Grand Finale, but there is also what they call the Grand Open. It was actually won by this man right here, Odongo, Iced. That is his code name, Odong Keneth. Just like you see the whites is playing. Very loose grip, very good cue ball control, wonderful cueing, very good angle on white. And this should be able to go down in the left rail. Oh. Idea was great, execution poor, giving Bwanika Gideon a chance here to lead with 2-0. From my angle, Gideon has a chance to play the ball he's seeing on the very left of the angle. Takes it down casually, then of course goes to the opposite ball, which should be going into the right corner. Gideon had opted for an off ball, which he failed. It was a good idea, but I think he needed a bit of precision on that, and he misjudged that off ball. Now Odong on the black. Odong executes 1-1. Odong Keneth 1. Bwanika Gideon 1. As it is, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Odong Keneth leading here 2-1. Odong Keneth is the guy, the taller guy, the dark lad with the blue glove, personalized t-shirt with Odong iced. Most of the players are donning t-shirts that have either their sponsors or their code names. There's a lot of code naming in Paul. I mean, we already have a Joker. If you watch the movies very well, you know there's somebody called the Joker out there in those Batman movies. Recently, we have one called the Jackal. I wonder who is going to call himself that. That should be the next name in our fraternity in Paul. But Odong is iced, according to his t-shirt embroidery. He's leading here 2-1 against his teammate in the names of Bwanika, Gideon. Odong is on the yellows. Gideon has been very unlucky because both of the games that Odong won, they were Gideon's. And then he made reckless mistakes just like that and he lost them. But Gideon was the first to pull the trigger and he won the first game so quickly. And here comes Odong, looking for his third game. Rest to 5, black ball rules. It's on the clock, and if you can look further through, you could see, maybe not, but me, I can actually see the TV that is beyond the last 3 tables. According to the clock, it's 14 minutes remaining. Remember, they start when it's 55 minutes. And now there's 14 minutes to go. That's on the clock. The game is still tied at 2-1. Bwanika Gideon hunting for goal number 2. And again, would like to remind you that Advanced Talent Agency is in cooperation with the Polo Association of Uganda, together with IDMS, to bring you this live commentary. You could follow all of us on our social media platforms. ATA is on all social media platforms. But above all, Polo Association of Uganda is giving you this broadcast, of course, in all its true colors, on Facebook and on YouTube. That's the Pool Association of Uganda. My personal pages, you could look out for Captain DMS. You'll be able to find me on all of the social media platforms there is. Follow, like, subscribe. Now special brought to you the National Open, which we just concluded in a few weeks back. The eventual winner, of course, Bwanika Mansul, is in this tournament. He is also the defending champion of this very, very tournament. The last one in Matunga, last year in Matunga. He'll be, of course, playing very, very soon, and hopefully we'll put the game on center table. Gideon pondering on his next move here. Gideon on the Reds.
Table 4, John Elisoro will be playing John Semienje, and on table 5, Brenda Carroll will be playing Rhoda Nakawes. Players take note.
It's a beautiful shot that has been taken by Bwanika Gideon. The power on the white was really good, and the effect, of course, the cue ball to get center. He needs to play it so carefully that even after potting that center, the visibility of the next 2 balls will give him the game. And if he panics, and he has actually played it even much more better than I thought. Too much confidence on that shot. And now, in anticipation of 1 ball to the black, I reckon he might think of going with a rail ball, a little bit of a stun shot, little drawback off the rail, just like that, and easy does it. So this should be going to 2-2. Upper right pocket, then black in center. That should be the next move, just like that. Wonderfully executed by this young gun. Bwanika Gideon on the black, looking for an equalizer here. Gideon equalizes. Now 2-2, rest to 5. Looking at the clock, it's 10 more minutes remaining. 10 more minutes remaining. And remember, the rule is, if you're caught up with time and you are deadlocked, 2-2, 3-3, or even 4-4, the rule decides that you will have to play to completion if the balls are less than 6 or 7. But if they are more than 6 or 7, then you'll have to go into what they call a penalty shootout. We've so far witnessed 1 penalty shootout that was live on TV between the 2 guns. Penalty shootout was actually between Misambwa Ashraf and the young gun Asiku Jr. Misambwa was the one leading. Then Asiku Jr. managed to clinch 2 more games to actually take him to a decider. And eventually Misambwa Ashraf won. That's the first penalty shootout we've experienced tonight. But deadlocked at 2-2 here, center table. Odong Keneth to break. Legal break. No ball spotted. Gideon beaming with their confidence here. You can tell that he's used to playing his teammate. No pressure at all. Should be able to calm himself down and probably go through this. I'll go for the yellows. If it was me to choose, I would definitely go for the yellows. So in doing so, you need to, the first rule of the game is to close the table, and the closing shot, if you're choosing yellow, should be your easiest shot. I would definitely also go for the very same shot just to be so sure, but he chooses to go for center. Or he does that confidently and he closes the table. So Gideon has chosen the yellows. Nothing so complicated so far in this game. You can tell if you can go through these yellow balls down, there's a connection open for him. And the 3 balls that are lining up together, pick one by one. He pots, still has a chance to go to that connected ball, which is down in the jaws. And from there, he can actually try to maneuver through, maybe centers, up to the last ball, which is on the rail in the upper right corner. Bwanika Gideon, Upper Volta Pool Club, up against Keneth Odong, Upper Volta Pool Club. They are very familiar with each other. I've been playing in the same team for the last 2 years. So nothing is unfamiliar. It's familiar territory here. Well, he chooses to go for a lighter version. Not convinced that's the kind of white he really wanted. I don't even fancy that that's a good shot, but let's see. Yeah, I could tell. Body language could show it's not the shot he wanted in the first place, but unfortunately he had to play. Keneth Odong gifted with another opportunity here to change the tide. Odong iced. Code name Odong Keneth. Odong has been able to prove himself over the time that he's a top-notch player. Has been on the national team for the last 2 years. See, the secret in keeping yourself in the national team is to perform well at the National Open in Lugogo, to perform well in the league, to perform well in the PAO organized tournaments all throughout the year. And he has really worked so hard. It's not easy. I'll probably try to snooker here, but the yellow is open for center for Bwanika Gideon. Wasn't successful in that. Let's see what Gideon can produce here. Gideon has been confident with the centers all throughout these last 4 games. Well, he fails to pot that center for the first time, and another opportunity here for Gideon, for Odong. Big up to our families, friends who are watching us from across the other part of the continent. Those who are in South Africa, we want to appreciate you for joining us on our live. My name is DMS, and anyone else, of course, who is catching this live commentary from the areas of Kenya, those are in Tanzania, those who are in Malawi, in Zambia, Zimbabwe, and probably even beyond in the United Arab Emirates, as well as our friends, of course, who are in Europe and Northern America. Thank you so much for spending your time, sparing it, and catching, of course, all this action in these festivities. This is the last, very, very last tournament on the calendar of the Pool Association of Uganda as we go into the new year 2025. Whoever wins here tomorrow will be rewarded with 2 million Uganda shillings. For the men, comes with a title, it comes with a trophy and a medal. Also comes with 10 seeding points. For the ladies, whoever will win here will be given 1.5 million Uganda shillings, get a trophy, get a medal, and also get seeding points. So it is a lot to win, a lot up for grabs. That's why the fight has to really be intensified when it reaches the last 16. So unfortunate of him, and that's how he's been losing the games today. Scratch again. And here's another opportunity for the man from the north, from Gulu City, in the names of Odong Keneth. Odong iced Keneth. Five more reds. 4 down. They all look hungry to be potted. This should be actually very easy for him. Nothing in his way. He goes up, back and forth, and to the very last one, which is up in the left corner. Three reds to go for Odong Keneth. And look at how Gideon is just waiting for the next frame, because I know in his heart of hearts he already knows that this is already done. He's his teammate, so he knows him quite well, what he's capable of. And we all know, of course, we're witness to what Odong has done all the time. This should be done or over. Should be able to reward Odong Keneth game number 3, even before he pots the black. But just like how you know sports, until the black is in, we can't confirm anything yet, but it should be able to be easy for him. The white has gone a little farther than what he probably anticipated. Now the options here remaining, I can see he has a bit of a brush of a double in center. I really did not see any other better option than that, because up, if you look, the yellow ball has captured the pocket in the upper right corner. Center is already occupied, and then he cannot force occupancy there, so he will have to try elsewhere. And let's see what he has in stock for us. Odong Keneth on black. So a bit of space for him to pass this black. He tries to go up, but no. Remember it's tied at 2-2. It's actually rest to 5. Looking at the time, the clock tells me it's 21 more minutes remaining. Gideon goes for a hard center because he needed the white to bounce off. Comes back quite well. So we'll have to decently pot this ball in the right pocket. Can't believe this. Instead of going for... I don't know why this happens to the best of players here, because in my mind I was thinking, easy does it. You would roll, what they call rolling the white. Let it play out naturally, because even if it doesn't go in, it will set. But now the stand shot just took it out of the pocket and banked it on the rail. And now Odong has actually just played a technical shot to deny Gideon of the white, to slice his ball inside the upper right pocket or corner. Technically, Gideon could also play a good shot there, maybe also just knock on that ball, but I reckon he's planning to chop it in. Well, he goes all the way out, and now he has one seemingly hard ball to pot. That is the yellow ball for Bwanika Gideon. Maybe he is going to take a bit of a technical shot, play it off the rail, let it come a little bit closer, maybe to snooker the black. Or he could confidently want to take a double down. But where would the white go? Let's see what is in this young man's mind. Nothing so genius here to play. Sometimes you choose to play the technical shot and hold a chance. That's a very nice shot. I would play the same. However, I'm not so convinced that that's where he wanted the white to go. This is Keneth Odong on the black. And he pots. Keneth Odong leads 3-2 with about 28 more minutes remaining. That's a lot of time. 3-2. And Odong, iced, is in charge here. Rest to 5, ladies and gentlemen. This is the PAU or PAU end of year grand finale. We are at Lamar Bar and Restaurant. This tournament is organized by the Polo Association of Uganda, together with CASBA, together with the National Council of Sports. We'll bring you all the super action here tonight. And it's a 2-day tournament. We'll be here again tomorrow. Today, every single player that will be going through has to be reminded that it is to the last 16, and then we'll pick it from there tomorrow. And it will definitely have to be ending tomorrow. Gideon to break. Ports on the break. Table is still open, but Gideon with an advantage. Well positioned are the red balls. To begin with, of course, you have your first closing shot. Gideon loves to close with a seemingly harder shot. I don't know why, because I can see he's eyeing the center, but maybe the confidence is really high. So let's see. He pots it. The Reds are well positioned, and I think Gideon should be able to run through this game quickly. If all goes well according to his plan, I reckon he probably has a chance to play the downer ball. All right, just like that. Easy. It's going to go left with a bit of follow. Or draw back, whatever the case. Chooses draw back. And now, in my world of wonder, what is Gideon planning to do from this point? Is he opting for a center cut? Or is, from my angle now, is he going to play the ball that is just above the black to probably go in the left corner pocket? It's a bit of a risk there, because he took the risk, ladies and gentlemen, and he played it really well. Great shot. Now here's the chance for him to play the shot that he was denied earlier on in the game, in the frame that he lost, a rolling shot. You roll it, you probably get the white down so that you can eventually connect. Because if he takes a stand shot, and he tried to roll the ball and still got off target. I really don't know what's happening. Maybe the hands are tired, or the mind is. Odong Keneth now with an opportunity to come on table and play for the very first time. He's leading 3-2, rest to 5. Time check, we have about 24 minutes on the clock. Odong has just played a wonderful shot here, ladies and gentlemen. You can clearly see how it is so well laid out for the taking. And he's about to put Gideon to the guillotine. Odong Keneth on yellow. Yes, he does. Center next, I assume. All right. And then trying to look at the plan for black after all this is done. Because if he goes for center now, what will his next shot be? His next shot should be up, isn't it? Should put center and then he puts the ball up to the right corner. Okay. That's a good plan. That's a legit plan. Odong Keneth. Odong Keneth, formerly of Gulu Polo Club, now of Upper Porter Polo Club. Odongo iced. Look at that. Misjudges, doesn't pot, gives the chance to Bwanika Gideon again. Well, Gideon takes a very wonderful shot, ladies and gentlemen. He has a rail down, and then of course the ball that is already waiting for him to put in the upper right corner, actually upper left from my angle. And Gideon also should be able to put this ball. I'm going to go for a drawback. What a wow. Lovely shot. That deserves an applause, ladies and gentlemen. He brought it the closest white you'll ever get. Great. So it's now 3-3 for center table. Gideon Bwanika up against his teammate Odong Keneth. Rest to 2 now.
Center table, 16 minutes to go. Other tables, 22 minutes.
At 3-3, Odong Keneth is one to break. 20 more minutes remaining on the clock. It's a fair break. He opens the balls quite well and puts, of course, some of the yellows. As the game stands, I can see the reds are looking so beautiful on table. I've not yet seen a break and finish from these senior players. I don't know what's happening today. On the center table, I've been watching the games. You know, when they're in the league, it's almost as easy as winning a game. Most of these seniors are capable. Oh my God. Oh my God. With all the 7 reds in the space, Odong Keneth has actually failed to close the table, almost fouled, actually fouled. Yes. Actually, Odong didn't foul, because even me, I was very, very certain he actually knocked on one of the reds when he just didn't pot it, but he knocked on the red. And you can see there is a bit of confusion there. So because of fair play of the game, just like how we have VAR in football, sometimes you need an extra pair of eyes to confirm your suspicion. But from what I'm saying, I'd already made the statement that he almost fouled, meaning I know that he didn't foul.
Okay, score update. Center table, it is 3-3. Odong 3. Bwanika 3. Table 1, Chimulelia is leading 4-1 against Mutiama Hassan. On table 2, Zaimat is leading 3-0 against Namaton Maria. On table 3, Sachin Patrick is leading 3-1 against Minembe William. Hopefully it's now 3-2.
Gideon Bwanika here, of course, has chosen to go for the yellows.
2-2. Patrick Sachemento, Mirende William 2. On table number 4, you got Jonathan 3, Farouk Kabumia 2, and Dalila Aikol is leading 3-2 against the final sample.
A bit of luck not on Gideon's side today. He has won a few games, but he would have actually won more. But simply because, you know, when he's just about to win, something happens, he gives up the game. But all the first 3 games were supposed to have been for Gideon. But Gideon is here back, of course, chasing game number
5. We are in the round of 64 for the
wonderful white there for yellow. Gideon should be able to finish this game because according to the plan that I see here, he could easily put the ball that he's facing right now with a spin. With a bit of spin, he can get the white up, or he could alternatively just choose to spin, apply a bit of spin on that shot and get the ball or get the cue ball down, or he could go for the ball down off the rail in the left corner.
For 1.5 million. A medal and a trophy. Who's going to become victor in this? I'm going to see. Also sitting points.
All right, that's a good shot from my angle. You can see clearly the center. Next shot should be the yellow ball, which is down, but of course maintaining the power. If you're just going to play it slowly, it might be a bit of a trick. You might have to let the cue go. Let the white fly all the way to the cushion.
Having said you get ready in about 10 minutes.
Had applied a bit of spin on the white, lost control, missed the target, and now a chance back given to Odong Keneth. That's what this whole clash has been all about. Give you a chance, I take it back. Give a chance, I take it back. So now it's back to sender who gave him the chance in the beginning. This is Odong Keneth. Odong on the Reds now, hunting for game number 4. Remember they're deadlocked at 3-3. 16 minutes to go.
Go to tournaments and look for power in the hour for both men and the ladies.
Odong Keneth still going. 5 more Reds. 1 is already booked in the jaws. He has to fight to win this one because I mean you have an advantage if you are in the lead because it's time sensitive.
Because of the money chance, they are pinned right near the entrance.
All right, that's a good shot, Odong Keneth. I love the navigation through the table. Now 4 more Reds to go to the black. You can see him trying to go for center and center. Still wondering what the plan here is. You go up, come back 2 centers, or you go center first, or he has chosen to go up first. Odong Keneth, 3 balls to black, rest to 5. Odong 3, Bwanika Gideon 3. With about 15 more minutes remaining, the face on Gideon, or the look on Gideon's face clearly shows so much disappointment. He really can't believe he gave him a chance to come back on table. Sports is such a wonder. Sometimes even when you think it's done. Now, look at that. Again, I'm not convinced that's the white Odong Keneth wanted to play. He will have to bear. Well, that's a redemption shot. Didn't get a good white, but still played it so well to get the black in sight, and that should be done. Odong 4. Odong 4.
A break and finish. Someone press some promise money. Okay, she will come to you. So Zainat, you look for DMS.
4 Odong Keneth, 3 Gideon Bwanika. What a wow. He played that game really, really well. Now he has one more to go. 13 minutes, you can actually have Gideon Bwanika also, recover and make a comeback game and probably a winning game at the same time, because they still have a lot of time. 13 minutes is good enough for even 3 games. But Gideon is to break. Breaks well, gets a couple of balls in. Table still open. These are teammates, remember, all playing for the same club. That's Upper Volta Pool Club. Gideon is more of a bench player at the moment. Odong Keneth is a starter. Hasn't performed so well in the league, Odong Keneth, but his reputation supersedes him. Been there, done that. And at some point there was a debate who the king of the north was between Odong Keneth and Chandiga Caesar. First time they organized something between those two, Odong Keneth won twice. That probably was about 4 years ago. I doubt if they organized the same, the result would stay the same. But Gideon here on the yellows, ladies and gentlemen, looking for an equalizer. They have time, 12 minutes remaining to go. And we are live on Facebook and on YouTube. God. Again, Bwanika Gideon, with some of the easiest shots, fails to execute and gives the chance back to Odong Keneth. Look at him, looking like he just saw the money go, and he looks very, very disappointed. He can't believe how feeble the disgust and disappointment is all red on his face. You can tell that Odong Keneth is now getting, of course, even more favors than he bargained for. Odong Keneth on the reds. And again, he also gives himself a bad white. It has been a very funny race. I mean, it's been one chance given, one chance taken. They've been playing back and forth like this for a very long time. So I'm beginning to wonder if Odong will be able to pull off. Look at that. Another chance given to Bwanika Gideon. So is it because they are teammates? I don't know. But for some reason, this is what it has been like from the very, very beginning, from game number 1. Now Gideon is back in charge. Wins this one, he'll equalize, of course, and then that will take us to what we call a deciding frame. And the deciding frame has about 10 minutes if Gideon can win here. Plays that really well.
It is 4-4.
4-4 now, ladies and gentlemen. Things just got heated up here between Bwanika Gideon and Odong Keneth. 1 game to go. They got 10 more minutes, of course, to play for, and this should go either way. And if time catches up with them, which I highly doubt, they will have to either play to completion or even go into what we call another penalty shootout. 4-4. Bwanika Gideon 4. Keneth Odong 4. Odong Keneth to break. Odong iced. Well, Odong Keneth just broke and he didn't come bearing gifts. His hands came out all empty, and now a big reward awaits for Bwanika Gideon. You know, with this kind of, with these sorts of breaks, it's a celebration from the opposition side. If you break and can't pot, then your opponent has to use that as an added advantage. And we know that all these players here are capable of finishing. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, is it the commentator's curse, or I mean, what we talked about earlier on has actually just come to pass again? Another chance for Gideon just to close the table. Fails. Gives the chance back to Odong Keneth. Odong closes on yellow. Odong had to even laugh first. He was like, what have you just done, Gideon? What have you just done? What have you just given me? Let me take it. And now Odong Keneth rewarding himself with an opportunity here to be in charge of the deciding frame. Gideon on the reds. We're live on Facebook, Pole Association of Uganda, live on YouTube, Pole Association of Uganda. And again, I want to remind you that if you are not so sure who has gone through the results, as they were from the very beginning, from round one, and also the fixtures coming up, all you need to do is very simple. Just log on to www.qscore.com. And when you go to www.qscore.com, remember to click on where there is tournaments and follow the prompts. In that same way, look out for PAU men's category or PAU ladies category. Then you will be able to find where the results are.
30 seconds to go.
So it looks like the time is done.
After a timeout, penalties.
The rule was if there are 6 and more balls on table, they cannot play to completion. Once time catches up with you and there are more than 6 balls on table, you automatically go into what we call penalty shootouts. And now, even when the penalty is refused and they all continue to go deadlocked, they'll have to go into sudden death. Sudden death is when you are in the pursuit of you potting the first penalty. If your opponent fails and you pot, whoever pots first and the other one fails goes, the one who pots goes through, just like that. I beg your pardon? We're now into the penalty shootout. Odong goes first. Odong pots, but also pots the cue ball, and that's a foul. It doesn't count. It's a foul and it doesn't count. So we're going to say it is still Odong 0 and Bwanika Gideon 0. Gideon with a chance here to go ahead. Remember, first penalty shootout, they have to actually use 5 chances each. 5 chances each. Gideon with a chance to go ahead here. Crowd goes very quiet. Gideon pots. Gideon pots. Gideon advantage. Right, he's penalty number 2 for Odong Keneth. Penalty number 2 for Odong Keneth. Meanwhile, Gideon Bwanika is leading 1-0. 5 chances are rewarded, of course, in this one. But if they reach all their 5 chances and they are still deadlocked, they will go for sudden death. Odong Ports, 1-1. Odong Ports, it's now 1-1. Gideon now, of course, with a chance to extend the lead if he ports this one. Odong, 1 penalty out of 2. Gideon, 1 out of 1. Second chance here for Bwanika. Bwanika Gideon. The introduction of the penalties and the time has not even been more than 3 years here, of course, following the international setting of black ball. Gideon almost took the lead with 2 misses his second, so it's now 2 penalties for Gideon, 2 penalties for Odong, and they all scored 1-1. Odong misses on his third one. Gideon with a chance to extend his lead here. So they're all standing at a penalty each. Gideon with the third chance here. Remember, there are 5 chances out of the 5. Whoever has the most penalties will actually go through. Bwanika Gideon. Third shot. Bwanika Gideon. Even after porting it so calmly, this time he ported it really calmly. How unlucky can you be, ladies and gentlemen? How unlucky. Gideon ports the ball, but also ports the cue ball. Still deadlocked now, 3 chances out of 3, 1-1. Odong Keneth now. Could he restore some parity here and lead? Whoever reaches 5 with the most penalties will actually go to the next level. Odong Keneth, 4th. This is his 4th attempt. Let's see. Ports, ladies and gentlemen. Odong leads. Odong Keneth leads. Gideon will have to port on his 4th to equalize, because if he doesn't, that should give Odong an advantage to port his last one.
It is 2-1. Odong with 4 attempts, Gideon with 3 attempts.
Wow, the place has gone very, very quiet. Gideon ports. Gideon ports.
We go to the last attempt.
Wow.
1 scores, 1 loses.
So 4 out of 4 so far.
It is the end.
Gideon has ported twice. Odong has ported twice. This is the very last penalty. If Odong ports and Gideon fails, Odong goes through. If Odong fails and Gideon ports, Gideon will go through. This is the very last one. Odong Keneth.
Odong scores 3-2. The pressure shifts to Gideon now.
Odong ports 3 out of 5. Odong ports 3 out of 5.
We continue. Umpires time up. Table 4 and table 5. Table 3, 10 minutes more.
Gideon with a chance here to equalize in the penalties. If he fails, that will be the end of the road for the young gun from Upper Volta. Let's see what he can produce here. Gideon ports, ladies and gentlemen.
3-3. We go to sudden death now. 1-1.
So this is what is going to happen.
One scores, another one misses. It's the end.
The players now go to sudden death. Now, sudden death. Whoever ports first and the other losers, that's where we will take it from. So there will not be 5 chances. This one is about whoever pots first and whoever loses first. Now, Odong pots here and Gideon loses, it will be done. Or vice versa.
Odong scores.
Odong has mastered this one.
The adrenaline is flowing now.
Odong has sort of like mastered the penalty because, I mean, he's playing with so much ease and poise, so much finesse. Let's see what Bwanika Gideon has to offer. And I guess the pressure is now back to Gideon. These are very tense moments, ladies and gentlemen, and we believe whenever it comes down to penalties, it is more of a luck thing than anything else. So, I mean, who can say they are so skilled in penalty taking? It eludes even the best of players. Let's see what Gideon has. Gideon Potts. Gideon Potts. Ladies and gentlemen, this just got more interesting. It is a sudden death, and they are still 1-1.
For now, we are continuing.
All right. So let's see if Odong can put this one just same amount of confidence he used on the last one. Let's see if he can exhibit the same amount of confidence he had earlier on, but he has actually played it so well, like a master in his chicken or kitchen.
Odong, you're coming back. We are still going 1-1. Odong scores. The pressure is on to Gideon now.
All right, Odong again with all the confidence, ladies and gentlemen, pots again. Giving Gideon too much pressure because it has not actually been Gideon in front at any moment.
We continue. If he misses, Odong goes through.
Everyone is putting it in their own way. Gideon is taking the slower method of potting. Gideon Potts. Gideon Potts. Wow. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are watching us from wherever you are, we know you are as excited as we are here, ladies and gentlemen. What we are witnessing is the first version of the penalty shootout, which went from 5 attempts to sudden death. And you can't believe, even in sudden death, these guys have taken 3 out of 3 and none of them has lost yet. Odong Keneth.
Odong scores.
Potting it so confidently. His version is actually very, very convincing. In fact, I can be able to tell you that if there's anyone at this moment that I believe stands a bigger chance in winning through the penalty shootout, it should be Odong, because his kind of play is very confident, more than what Gideon is. However, even with Gideon's method of playing it really slow, he's also executing well. But let's see now. Odong with an advantage. Gideon has to pot. Gideon pots, ladies and gentlemen. The white is on table itself. I'm even tired now because what is this? What is this, ladies and gentlemen? It's getting even more and more tense as it goes by. When Odong pots, he's counting on the fact that he's done. When Gideon pots, the pressure gets back to Odong. What do we have to say? We have to be witnesses, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are, be calm. We have to get a winner between these two, and I don't know who it's going to be. But Odong is back. Odong. Man, oh man. Am I even tired of watching him play it like that? Nothing you can tell me that will shift my mindset from Odong. The way he is playing this penalty, Ladies and gentlemen, I can highly confirm he's most likely to be the one that takes it to the next level. But let's give it up for Gideon, who has actually put up a good fight, because even his method of playing it slow, he's executing it quite well. A replica of what we saw in Ginger between the two ladies, Anka Sheila and Rukia Naiga. Let's see, Gideon Bwanika. Last chance. What? Ladies and gentlemen, you'll excuse us, but we have nothing to do. One person needs to emerge winner. The excitement just got even higher with the fans, with the people who are watching in the arena, and all eyes have shifted to this very, very game. And we know if you're watching it, of course, from what? Odong was like, don't even finish your statement, and he puts it again. Okay, so let's now wait for Bwanika Gideon. But I don't think we've seen a penalty shootout like this before. Unbelievable.
Tempo 1, Tempo 2, Tempo 3, 4 and 5.
Now here's Bwanika Gideon with a chance to restore some parity.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let the games begin now.
Gideon loses this, it will be over for him. Gideon pots this, he continues with another life. Life is hanging on a thread. Gideon has been executing well. Finally Gideon succumbs to the pressure and he loses this one, ladies and gentlemen. He played really, really well. He fought a good fight, but the eventual winner is Mr. Odong Keneth Iced. Congratulations to Odong. He ousted his teammates, no holds barred, no hard feelings, and the best player won. And here's another big game, ladies and gentlemen. I know you've been waiting for this. I advertised this, of course, earlier on. Here's a huge game between captain of the national team, Sebuguzi Habib, and of course, Mr. Sembusi Yuda Dembaba. And this is all delightfully brought to you by ATA, Captain DMS, and of course the Polo Association of Uganda. Center table action. We continue with the grand finale right here at Lamar Bar and Restaurant.
Table 3. The time is running. Please report to table 3 and let the games begin. No more time is going to be added to that game. Odong Samson, wherever you are, come to table 3. Odong Samson, report to table 3. Prince Alikiliza, walk over, calm down. Whoever knows him, please tell him the game is on. Next game on center table, Kanyesije Ivan playing Kelvin Kandu. All the way from Zambia. So whoever is next to Ivan Kanyesije, you tell him is the one next on center table after the game, which is starting right now. Kasozi Joseph, wherever you are, bakubalira ku table 3. Kasozi Joseph, bali mukubalira. Butera kino bakuteebeka bakuteebya abaana. Till the last day. Agamba kikayowa